Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining, and apologies, we had a couple of technical issues there in getting it up and running. If this is your first time joining us this week, we are Firefish, taking over the daily workout as the new sponsor for the year ahead. Today, I'm joined by the brilliant Kai Murray. Kai, I don't think anybody's here to listen to me speak, so if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Kai Murray. I am a previous recruitment business owner, but as you can tell by my skin tone, that was quite a while ago. I currently am a business growth coach and non-exec director, and I support Firefish. So thanks for inviting me along this morning.
Great, thank you. So what we're going to do, I know time is of the essence today, and Kai's going to talk through how there are only 6 ways to grow any business. Kai, I will present your slide and just pass the reins back to you, and we can get underway if that's okay.
Okay.
Right.
But what I thought I was presenting on was how you make money in business.
Oh, well, how you make money in business. I've now popped your slide up there anyway, so the floor is yours.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, guys, I'm going to take you through this sketch. It's not the best sketch, but if you have a pen and paper, it'd probably be pretty good to draw it because you can take some notes alongside it. So most of the time when I'm in businesses coaching, I talk to people about how they make money in business. And most people say to me, well, I actually sell things. But it all starts way back before then. So before you can sell anything, this sketch is called the revenue chain. So how you make money in business. So the first thing you have to do, if you imagine you were starting a new business up tomorrow, you have to have a vision for that business. That's just your idea of, how your recruitment business is going to look different from everybody else's so that you're differentiated, if you like, from the marketplace. So you start with that idea. Once you get that idea, you need to create your product, or in your case, when it's recruitment, your service. So what is your service going to look like in comparison to others? Once we have our service in mind, we have to then position that. And what I mean by positioning is strategic marketing. It sits above marketing and it helps you with your focus on the market. So if I said to you guys this morning, how would something like Disney position itself? Most people, if they could answer me, would say fun. If I then said to you, how would Volvo cars position themselves? They would say safety. Now, we don't just know that through osmosis. We know that because that's how they position themselves. So every message they put out to the market basically reinforces that. So how are you positioning yourself to stand out in a very crowded recruitment market, if you like? The next word is distribution, but I'm going to change that to channel because it makes much more sense. So what are your channels to market? Most of you will have websites, some of you will have high streets where people can actually walk into your offices, but what other channels do you have to get to your market? You'll notice these are all in black, and I'm going to come back and tell you later why they're in black. But the next part of the chain is then sales. Once we have all these things, we have actually got something to sell. So this is the part that most people understand. How are we selling our services? Then we move on to factory. Now, you don't have factories because you're not making product, but you can see the little red line to the left that says infrastructure. And if you just think of that as your main office or your head office, and it's all those back office costs that help run your business. That could be anything from admin, HR, legals. But that's where we, let's say, decide how many candidates. We look in the database, we find the candidates, we send the candidates out. That's all the stuff that happens in head office. Now, once we do that, we can actually deliver our service. Hopefully through interviewing and candidates getting job offers. And most people say, okay, that's the end of it. We stop there. But actually in the revenue chain, we don't stop there. Those that do really good business have something called client services, which is the services you offer your clients when they're not recruiting. And you want to be offering them these services so that when they are recruiting, they come straight back to you. So these are in blue, and then we have the red costs. Why are we colouring these differently? Well, the black stuff is the strategic stuff. That's the stuff we need to be working on to give us future revenues. The blue stuff is revenue today. That's how we make money today. And the red stuff is where we spend our money. So these costs should not be any higher than the revenue. And in fact, there is a ratio there, but we're not going to go into that today. What you need to think about is, if I was doing a review of your business, we'd be scoring you in all these areas. So if you can all think about either having a tick, we're really good at the vision stuff, we've got brilliant ideas for the business, or a neutral, yeah, our vision's okay, but you know, it could be stronger, or a cross. Now, if it's a cross, it would be a cross because people in your business don't all agree on that vision, or would say to me, I don't know what the vision for the business is. Now, that would impact the rest of this chain, and that would cause you to lose revenue. So what you need to do is think about this revenue chain. If you score yourself anywhere where there's a cross, and they're all relative, so they can't all be ticks and they can't all be crosses, anywhere there's a cross, you have a blockage. And that's a blockage you need to work on so that you can improve it and your chain continues to benefit from that improvement. Now, clients that have worked on their blockages, and you might have more than one, but hopefully only one to work on, can improve their revenues and profits by up to 30%. So have a look at your business, score your business, and see what that tells you about your business. Hopefully that's been of use. It was a fairly quick fire revenue chain, how you make money in your business, but I'm not sure, Campbell, are we able to take questions at this point?
If there are any questions, we certainly can take questions. I will check the LinkedIn feed as well, but that was incredibly impressive to be able to deliver so much value in such little time. We do have a question in terms of, from Recruiting Jim, and on that chain there, where should business owners spend most time?
Perfect question. So when I work with business owners, especially businesses who want to grow, and recruitment businesses find it really difficult to grow over 10 people. Now, some of us don't want to grow over 10 people. We want to be very niche and we want to stay small, and that's okay. But if you want to grow over 10 people, you need to start spending more of your time in this black area. And a lot of people say to me, but I just don't have time for that. And that's because you're working in your business and not on it. So what I say to those people is, could you spend Friday morning, 2 hours on a Friday morning, once a month, on the black stuff? And hopefully that will get you started. Another way to do it is to work with your team so that your team can take away some of your responsibilities in the blue and red areas. I mostly find in recruitment that the owners are either really good at the sales or they're really good at the back office stuff, the kind of things like finances. And I'm not saying stop doing that, certainly don't stop doing it when you're pretty small, but you need to start spending some time in that black area so that you're planning your business for the future. You know, thinking about how your business is going to look next year and the year after, not what it looks like today. I hope that answered the question.
I think it does. We'll just see if there are any more questions coming through at all. If anybody's any questions, just pop them in the comments and Recruiting Jim will pass them on to us.
Just on the aftercare side, something to our client services, I call it aftercare. People tend to say to me, what is that then? It's not about phoning up to see if somebody's still in the job. That's not aftercare. Aftercare or client services are things like, you might do annual salary surveys that you share with your clients. These are the sorts of things that make them feel that they've got additional benefits rather than just, you could do podcasts. It's whatever you do to keep in touch with those clients when you are not actually recruiting for them. And you see a green line that goes up to the channels or the distribution area. And that's because if you're really good at client services, you get a lot more referrals, which makes it much easier to convert. So if I'm looking after my clients with client services, not only are they coming back to me, but they're also telling other areas of their business about me.
Super. I think, well, I know we're approaching time there and with a speedy start and a couple of technical issues, but I think that's everything for this morning. Thank you very much for your time, Kai. Tomorrow we'll be joined as part of the takeover by Amy from our growth team, who'll be talking about how you can use AI. I know AI is everywhere at the moment, but how you can use AI to source candidates and how you can improve your sourcing strategy within there. But I think that's everything for just now. Kai, thank you so much for your time this morning, and hopefully everybody has a good day today, and we'll see you again at 9 AM tomorrow.
Thanks, Campbell. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Cheers.